Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Now, an amazing article that's on Infowars.com today. Adon Salazar discovers that police in Louisiana are urging residents to outfit their homes with police-run surveillance cameras and pay them for the privilege. And of course, this is the area around New Orleans where they were confiscating guns in the wake of Katrina. This whole scam was started by former New Orleans police officer Brian Lagarde, who now owns a digital surveillance wholesale company. No conflict of interest there. Actually, this is kind of like Big Brother meets small town boss hog. If you look at this, it's a kind of a small town version of the police industrial complex, complete with revolving doors from people who move from government to industry and profit from the fear mongering. But this is how it's going to work. A $10 monthly fee is required for residents interested in granting police access to their existing home cameras. And those who don't yet have camera systems can purchase entire kits from the officer's business for $295. Now, someone who's not too happy about this, a lawyer who looks at this, says legally binding assurances of due process, security, and accountability. Project NOLA has none of these in place. He says all the data from Project NOLA cameras and all the decisions about who sees what rests entirely in the hands of Lagarde. In other words, the guy who's running this private security business. Now, of course, the sheriff reassures everybody, says, we're not going to be going out there monitoring it unless something happens in the area or we have reports of suspicious activity going on in the area. Maybe you've got a neighbor who doesn't like you and starts telling them to watch you carefully. It reminds me of Stalin's quote, bring me the man and I'll find the crime. That's the issue of Big Brother, of course. And so now they found a way to profit from the police surveillance state, even in small town America. Now, Jerry Brown is not doing anything to stop surveillance in California. As a matter of fact, in spite of the California legislature voting to stop the use of drones without having a search warrant, without having a public announcement of the intent to buy and why they're going to use them. That was passed. It was a Republican bill. It was passed in the legislature. It went to Governor Jerry Brown, who, people of California, he is running for re-election. Keep this in mind. He vetoed that. Of course, that would put a big crimp in his plans to monitor everybody for water use. John Bound has that report.
California is now in their fourth year of severe drought, and a dozen communities in northern and central California may run out of water in 60 days. Sacramento's rice crop, Napa's vineyards, and the citrus groves of the San Joaquin Valley have been hard hit. 420,000 acres of farmland went unplanted this year, totaling a projected financial loss of $2.2 billion. Based on the amount of families seeking social services, UC Davis professor Richard Howitt predicts the drought will obliterate 17,000 farm worker jobs. A numerical allocation-based rate structure is being created by state and local water agencies for homeowners. Californians would be assigned a number for maximum indoor water use and another allocation for outdoor use. By surveilling every citizen's home using census records, aerial and satellite surveillance, and even the medical records, the state of California can fine $500 per violation after Stage 1 emergency regulations were passed in July. Felicia Marcus, a chairwoman for California's Water Resources Control Board, says their reservoirs are low, and half of the state's water storage is gone. Santa Monica's City Council is in the first stages of implementing a 68-gallon per person per capita restriction for every home with 4 people. Fines may apply beyond that allocation, and Santa Monica averages 88 gallons per person per day as it is now. According to the Los Angeles Times, downtown Los Angeles is the driest in its history since record-taking began in 1877. John Bound for Infowars.com.
Well, that's it for our news tonight. If you're not a Prison Planet TV subscriber, please consider becoming one. Your subscription helps to support our operation, and you can share it with up to 11 other people at the same time. You can all watch the nightly news as it's happening, and they can have access to all of Alex Jones's documentaries. Well, that's it for tonight. Join us again tomorrow night at 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. I believe our research is conclusive. This is the best iodine out there. And I know this for a fact. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com.